are to the natives and the Asians. So let me first speak on the natives real quick. Speak about the Asians and philosophy and politics, and wrap this up. Hopefully less than 5 minutes. All right, first to natives, I know there's a lot of you who resent Christianity. There's a lot of you who don't. Okay? You don't want to admit that it was the secret societies who believe in indigenous religions. If you truly break it down, what is witchcraft? What is paganism? It is religions indigenous to places such as Babylon and Sumer and Persia and Phoenicians and the Canaanites and the Scythians and so on and so forth. These were indigenous to places, the Druids, the Celts, indigenous to certain regions. That is their religion. So there is no good. Christianity is not going to be destroyed because a bunch of pagans did ill in the name of Christianity. It's not going to happen. We're here to stay. That's how it is. Like it or not. Like it or not, my philosophies are going to destroy the spiritual bottom feeders in the long run. They have overplayed their hand. They have thoroughly defined themselves as the bad guys. There's no way around it. Just how it is. Whether you like Christianity or not, you're going to be forced to accept a world of Christians and Muslims. With that being said, it was the colonists, not the philosophies of Christianity, that extorted and exploited the indigenous peoples of the world. It was the Jewish financiers, the white kleptocracy, the white aristocracy working hand in hand. It wasn't the average Jews, wasn't the average whites, wasn't the average Christians. Okay? I've heard many people, black people, Immortal Technique, who's mixed with black and Peruvian or native Peruvian or something along those lines. And, others, people of this nature who, and some certain natives who say that, Christianity is the enemy and these are the oppressors and so on and so forth. Okay? I think that no religion thoroughly defines good and evil the way that Christianity and Islam have. That leads me to my next point, to the Asians. Certain aspects of communism will happen. There will be redistribution of the wealth, and there will be no secret stashes of the wealth. I will do my best to institute countermeasures, institute deterrence, and to punish severely anyone who would try to avoid the redistribution of wealth by having secret bank accounts, buried stashes of gold and valuables and what have you. There will be no way around a fair society. The technology will be used to find those who betray humanity and defy God. Spiritual bottom feeding will become a way of the past. You won't be able to destroy Christianity and Islam by infiltrating it with Whitey and his Jewish allies. And of course, Uncle Tom's from every religion. A lot of Asians are Christians. A lot of Asians, Indonesia, Chinese, so on and so forth. A lot of them, not all of them, are Muslims. So you're already on the same page. Buddhism will always exist through the martial arts, through the Asian martial arts. Kung Fu, Karate, Taekwondo, Muay Thai, FMA, Filipino martial arts will always, be around. And so Buddhism and certain cultural and religious aspects of those respective religions and peoples will always be around. You don't need to spread Buddhism. Like it or not, there will be no New Age religions as far as prevalent religions. There will always be spiritual bottom feeders practicing this blasphemy. Buddhism will not take over the world, neither will Hinduism. The major religions will always be Christianity and Islam. That's just how it is. So, with everyone else, you can either join the greatest warriors and the most righteous people, or you can continue to bootlick to the people who are on their way out. You talk about a new world order. We all know that people try to establish something and they're on their way out. The people who have been trying to establish the new world order for quite some time, who failed to do it, are on their way out. Period. So this idea of, oh, you attach yourselves to them, and maybe you'll get, some of your cultural aspects and, characteristics pushed on society and so on and so forth. That idea is old news. It's on its way out. People see what's going on. They see this as a sort of socialist, New World Order movement, phony socialist movement, where in reality they're redistributing the wealth and making it even more top-heavy, where instead of rich corporations in charge, you'll have government officials with hidden wealth in charge, which is basically the same thing. Sort of national socialism turned into a global socialism with the same idea. The merging of the corporate elite and the government officials, instead of working together, they have merged together. But that's gonna stop. And so, I know I've went over my time, but this is how it is now, like it or not. You can act tough, you can think this and that way. To me, it's very funny, the idea that someone would act tough. I deal with people act tough, before they even reach circle. I stab them in the fucking neck. And I finish them the fuck off, okay? So you can act tough all you want and be the next dumb motherfucker stabbed in the fucking throat. Or you can realize that this is how it is now. You understand me? Now I'm speaking specifically to the traitors among your races. I don't mean to threaten anyone who's on my side, and I absolutely mean to lay it out to those who are already thinking of opposing me. And for those of you who care about your social status, you see me as a revolutionary who's vying with you for power and support. I don't care about power and support. I expect to be dead very soon, but I also expect to win very soon. So, you can get mad all you want, or you can do the right thing and wait till I'm dead and then try to do what I did better than I did it. That is where we are now, like it or not. This is going to happen. And just like I'm over 100-0 in the ring, I'm going to be undefeated at Revolution. This is going to happen. Just like when I step in the ring, I know I'm going to win. It's going to happen. This is going to happen. So, let us join together and defeat the enemy, crush the philosophies of spiritual bottom feeders. You can have your indigenous religions. I don't really care about that. If you truly make a decision to defy God, fine. But one thing that is not going to happen is that you are not going to dominate society. Islam and Christianity will always be the dominant religious forces on this planet. It will be no other way. If you want to have a small little group, or I really don't care. You want to defy God and risk your souls, as long as you aren't the people who are the most prevalent, the most common. You will not be a major religion. None of you people will be. Okay? Now there's certain things I like about Buddhism. Fine. Certain things I like about different native religions. Fine. But one thing I'm not going to allow to happen is that the one true God is going to be challenged by spiritual bottom feeders as far as from winning the minds and the hearts of people. It's not going to happen. Okay? Everyone's going to have a choice. Either follow the one true God as a Christian or a Muslim, or be a spiritual fucking bottom feeder. And most people are going to choose to do it my way. That's how it's going to be. You can make a big fuss about your minor religions or your peaceful religions, and choose to face the people who historically have dominated for the last 2,000 years, or you can just simply accept the facts. And the facts are that God has laid claim to this world. Period. So I accept all my Asian brothers, my native brothers, with open arms, who understand what I'm trying to do. I don't mean to eradicate any culture. I don't mean to destroy historical artifacts unless they are overtly satanic. I'm not ISIS. I'm not a controlled fucking pussy. I'm not a fucking secret society motherfucker. Everything I'm doing is in the open. When I make a speech, I make it for the world to see on YouTube. Not for a secret society lodge to manipulate things like bitches behind the scenes. The only covert activities will be warfare. My agenda will be laid out plainly for all to see, and I make no apologies for it. If the charge is that I have fucking declared war on the spiritual bottom feeders, then absolutely I am fucking guilty for it, and guilty of it, and I demand the maximum sentence, you fucking pussies.